If you've ever eaten a 1200 calorie diet and lost weight and then gained it all back and then some, this video is for you. It's not your fault and your body's not broken. I'm going to share an experience that I had. It was about 2011. I competed, and before that I had done a very restrictive diet. I tried to only eat 1200 calories a day, which was extremely difficult, and I was literally starving myself. And now there's scientific studies to back up why it didn't work. So what happens is your metabolism slows down when you only eat 1200 calories. And this chronic low intake of calories also can shift your hormones. And that's all of your hormones. That's your sex hormones, your cortisol, which helps with stress, so it's increased, so your stress is increased. Your ghrelin and leptin levels are mixed up. So ghrelin and leptin are actually the hormones that tell your brain that you're full. I'll give you an example. After my competition, I would eat tablespoons of peanut butter, and I was not getting full. So my ghrelin and leptin were broken. And then also you will lose muscle. And your muscle is actually your metabolism. So the more muscle you have on your body, the faster your metabolism is. And the yo-yo effect of that diet will actually lead to more fat gain over time, which is the most devastating part. Because here we are trying to starve ourselves and eat as little as possible, and what we're doing is actually doing the opposite of what we want. So let me tell you what works and what has worked for me and my clients. Prioritizing protein and resistance training preserves your muscle mass. You can also increase your calories and build muscle. Muscle is your metabolism. The more muscle you have, the more you can process carbohydrates, the more you can kind of eat a little bit more. It's because muscle is an expensive tissue. And when I say expensive tissue, it means it takes a lot of calories to preserve the muscle that you have. For example, if you know of anybody who broke their arm, how long did it take for their muscle to atrophy? Not very long. So your body prioritizes muscle to be burned first because it's an expensive tissue. And you want to learn how to build long-term habits. Like, instead of the quick fixes, you want to find a diet or a way of eating that you can sustain for a lifetime. For me, that's counting macros. I like to use MyFitnessPal to start out with my clients. I have them enter the foods that they like and then plug those in to see what their macros are. What are macros? Macros are protein, carbohydrates, and fats. Every food has either protein, carbohydrates, and fats in it. Most of them have all three. Some of them have just the one, but most of them have all three. So it's actually a really good tool for beginners to start to understand what foods has what macros in it. It's also like balancing your checkbook. Say like your goal intake would be 1,800 calories. You eat a huge lunch. You eat a lot of carbohydrates in that lunch. At the end of the day, what are you going to have to do? You'll have to eat a protein. And maybe that's it. Because your balance is low. So it's been a great tool for me and my clients to use, to kind of play around with, to see what works, what we don't like, what we do like. We can also plug in treats, things that you think should be bad or restricted. The restricted does not work. It's like when I say, don't think of a pink elephant. What are you thinking? What are you thinking of? You're thinking of a pink elephant. So if you keep saying, I cannot have those cookies in the kitchen, I cannot have them, I cannot have them, that is all you'll want. Ask me how I know. So instead of restricting, you plug that cookie in. And then you can plug in other foods that will fit into those macros that you designed. And I can go over specifics with that in another video. But what you want to do is to eat enough to support your metabolism and not shut it down. building long-term habits instead of quick fixes. So when I stopped starving myself and started fueling myself, everything changed. You're not broken. You have just been taught the wrong story. Your body doesn't need punishment, it needs support. If you're ready to stop dieting and start rebuilding strength from the inside out, you're not alone. And this channel is here to walk you through with that. Like and subscribe and comment below. And if this hits home for you, I'd love to hear your story.